Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the podcast that you are listening to. I think I say it too many times. So you obviously know what podcast you're listening to. Let's get into it. Sponsored by Health West, great organization, great group of people. Bring your loved ones, bring your friends, everyone you know over there. Find where they're closest to you throughout Idaho and give them a try. We're also sponsored by New Clean Commercial Cleaning and Commercial Cleaning Services, are two of my companies that provides all the toilet scrubbing needs, carpet cleaning needs, all the fun stuff that you don't want to do. So give us a call at 208-254-7070. Tell us that you heard about us on the podcast, and we will provide one free service for you that will be catered directly for you. It'll be good. Promise you, just for saying that you heard about us on the podcast, no strings attached. All right. I don't know about any of you people, but as the seasons change and my favorite months are starting to get behind us, because I love the summer. I love being hot. I love the sun. I love the heat. And I know many of you are like, no. I love the fall. Fall's where it's at. But I know the fall turns into winter. I've said over and over again, if Idaho was just maybe just 3 solid months of winter, that's it, and we could have a true spring and maybe 4 months, of summer, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. But it's not always how it is. That's not how it is. So, I can cry about it, but let's go onward. So, we go into these different seasons. I start to dread. I'll be honest with you. I start to dread these seasons where it starts to get darker sooner. I love it when it gets lighter. It stays lighter for longer, and it's just warm. I just love that environment. So I honestly have to fight off the dread that kind of comes in. I just hate the darkness. I hate being surrounded by that. So I was kind of feeling like down a little bit, and my mornings were kind of taking a dump with my productivity lately. And many of you know, I've been reading Atomic Habits, and I just finished that by James Clear. I've read many things this year. Obviously with David Goggins, I've read his book. So I've kind of have a lot of different things in my mind. David Goggins, the get stronger, push yourself, mentality is behind me, and the Atomic Habits of like, okay, how do I strategically do this better? How do I make it so there's a reward at the end of this? How do I make it so this habit can actually stick that I'm trying to create? I'm trying to put all of this into consideration as I'm trying to make my life better, my routine better. And last week, starting last Monday, I decided, you know what? There's a few key things I've been missing on a regular basis that I at the end of every week that I'm like ticked off at myself that I haven't been completing. Every week, for the most part, I am and daily I am going to the gym. I'm getting that done. I do like to wake up early for that. So I honestly, many of you think I'm probably crazy. I'm crazy for this, but I get to the gym at 5:00. Get home usually about 6:30. Spend time with my kids. Get lunches prepared for them to go to school, and then as they leave, I found myself just kind of dinking off and not fully getting ready for my day, and then stumbling into the office as I saw fit, and then maybe checking some emails as needed. And I didn't like that routine. I felt sluggish. I didn't feel like this is the person I want to show up as. So last Monday, I started, okay, this is my new routine. This is what I want to do. One of the things I was also upset about that I feel like I haven't had my spiritual side fully fulfilled lately, and I really look at there's four different groupings. I look at the intellect, the spiritual, the physical, obviously, and then the physical. And those are the things that are important for me to get at every day and every week. So if I'm doing those things, I feel more rewarded and more accomplished. And as I feel that, I feel like I can just keep that ball rolling all day long. So what I do is I started now, okay, I get home from the gym, get from the gym at 5 to get home at 6:30. I get ready, I hang out with my kids, I love on them. And that's a fun time for me because I love to love on my girls, love on my boys. And then we get them to school. And then I try to get, I'm actually now leaving before they're leaving. I'm trying to get to my office at 7:30. I'm getting in my office at around 7:30, and then I'm having about 20 minutes of that spiritual time where I'm doing some reflection, some pondering, some scripture reading. And that's helping me, fulfill that side of what I'm wanting to fulfill. And then right after that, my intellectual side is kicked in for another 2 hours, where this other group that I'm a part of, we're trying to buy additional B2B service businesses. I'm constantly looking for new opportunities and trying to learn as much as I can within that group. And I feel like that has been hitting that as well lately. So now I'm on my second week at this, and my first week went fantastic. I thought I was going to be super just tired, but I realized I am a morning person. I love being up in the mornings. I love being rolling in the mornings. So I love getting here, getting that spiritual side done, and then just diving right in. And I'm alert. I'm ready to learn. I feel like things can sink in more. So I don't know if you are like that. Maybe you're not a morning person. Maybe you're an evening person. Whatever it is for you, find what works for you. If you've been feeling that sluggish, or that dread creeping into your life because of the change of seasons or because of whatever is hitting you currently, find something that's going to help you upgrade your systems. Because in the Atomic Habits books, he says, we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. And I know throughout my life, I'm not naturally just gifted. I'm not that, I have plenty of friends that they can just walk into something, they can just dominate it. I'm not that way. I have to work. So for me to make that happen, I have to have systems in place that kind of force me into it. So this is a great little system for me that I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. 5 o'clock until 9:30, I know exactly what I'm doing pretty much every half an hour increments all the way up until that point. And at that point, from 9:30 on, I know I'm checking my email. There's a routine at that point I'm figuring out. I'm not figuring out. I know what I'm doing. And then to my left of my desk, I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that every day that I'm writing down the things that I need to get done. The things that are closest to the money are first. The things that I have to get done today are there first. And then the things that maybe didn't get done the last week on the last week's list, they're on there, but they're either first or they're somewhere on the list. But if they stay two weeks in a row on my list, then I need to either assign them to someone else or take them off completely because they're not going to get done. So that has helped dramatically. So think of it, as in your own lives. What's holding you back? What's your Achilles heel right now? Is it your lack of motivation? Is it the lack of habit? Is it lack of organization? I am not an organized person. So putting this in order like this has really helped me. Knowing that and saying that, I don't feel like I could do this all day long. Like if I had every half an hour spelled out for me, there's some days I have to have it that way, but there's some days I'm like, oh my gosh, if I had this Monday through Friday, every half an hour spelled out for me, I'd probably go insane. But then there's some days that I'm like, okay, I have so much to do, or I need to get so much done that I have to spell it out for myself. And this is what I have to do from this hour to this hour, or this activity I know is going to take at least 2 hours. So these things, for me, are helping me to become more successful and more productive. So if any of these things are helpful to you, obviously steal them, take them, but think in your own lives, what can you do better? What can you achieve more if you maybe get to bed earlier, or maybe if you want to stay up later to get things done? Whatever your agenda or your day allows you to do, just do it, and whatever makes you happy too. Like I said, the reason I did this is because I wasn't feeling fulfilled. If you're feeling good where you're at and things are going your way, obviously don't change what you're doing. But if you're not feeling fulfilled, or you feel like something's missing, staying where you're currently at is, like they say, is insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's just insanity. So very simple, to the point podcast today. Find opportunities to get better, to instill some new habits, some new routines, some new systems to better your life, to make you more efficient, make you strategically smarter even, and just a better all-around person. And this can even be, like I said, personal, personal goals in there. Like I said, I literally have a budget in there from 6:30 to I think it's 7:20, spend time with family. Like that is, and my phone is on do not disturb. So that's super important to me. I want that time for my family, because I know they're all awake, they're all getting ready for school, and I can have fun with them and I can help them. So it's not all professional stuff. It's personal stuff. So even throughout your day, if you find something you're like, I really need time to rest and relax, or I need time to go see my mom, my father, my daughter over here, pencil in that time to make that a part of your day or your week, because it's just going to make you a better person to be around. It's going to make you a better professional, and people are going to notice that, and they're going to want to do more business with you because you're a more well-rounded person, and you'll probably be more enjoyable to be around. So as always, be happy, be grateful, and as always, go find opportunities to serve others. Adios. Have a great day. Have a great week. See ya.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.